everyone, this is Sarah, and I'm going to be informing you about the holy month of Ramadan. Ramadan is a month long, and millions and millions of Muslims worldwide practice Ramadan every single year. Ramadan actually goes up 10 days a year because we follow a lunar calendar, and depending on when the ninth month of the Islamic calendar falls on, that's when Ramadan starts. So it just goes up 10 days every year. So this year it actually started May 26th and it ended June 24th. So Ramadan actually um, basically started thousands and thousands of years ago when Muslims believe, our prophets believed as well, that the Holy Quran, which I have right here, when they feel that the Quran came from heaven to guide man. And actually, this Quran is translated in English, so it's pretty easy to read. And I'm actually happy about that because I don't know how to read Arabic. So I haven't finished it yet, and I was going to talk about the pillars of Islam, and actually, reading the Quran is one of the pillars of Islam, and fasting is one too. So, I'm going to be explaining to you how do Muslims fast, how they break their fast, and who can and cannot fast, and then lastly, the Eid. So, how Muslims fast is they refrain from eating or drinking from sunup to sundown, as well as smoking, um, taking medication, refraining from sexual activity, cussing, and that's about it. So you think to yourself, well, if someone needs to take their medicine for their health, how can they fast? Well, there's ways around it. You can either take your medication before sunup when you wake up in the morning to eat, or you just don't fast. And there's a lot of Muslims worldwide that do not fast, believe it or not. And there's actually reasons why a lot of Muslims don't fast. So, the Muslims who do not fast are either A, pregnant, B, on their menstrual cycle. Women cannot fast while they are pregnant or on their menstrual cycle. Kids do not fast. And people who are actually really, really, really sick. So if you have a really bad health condition and fasting is not going to be good for you, you shouldn't fast, and it's not going to be held against you. A lot of people still with health conditions, or if they're pregnant, or just because they donate money at the end of Ramadan for the days that they did not fast. So it's they kind of make it up somehow. So a lot of people think of different ways to give throughout that month, and really the whole month is about purifying yourself and cleansing out, the toxins, and getting close to your religion and praying, and especially giving to charity. We also like to feel how the less fortunate feels when it comes to not eating. So it's really a month of discipline, and you really don't know how much strength you have until you actually go through the whole month, and at the end of the month you look back and you say, wow, I fasted all those days and I'm still alive. It is hard, don't get me wrong. So how Muslims break their fast, basically we set up the table. You can make anything to eat, really, but a lot of families, they actually make huge dinners, and they invite tons of family over because it's a time to celebrate that, hooray, you can eat. So basically, the first thing you would think is once it hits that time, which was 9:20 this year, that's the time when Muslims could break their fast, at least in Michigan, 9:20 p.m. So from probably 4:45 in the morning till 9:20 p.m., no food, water, anything. Um, you would think right when that time hits, you can just start eating, but that's not the case. Really, this is the part that's really hard. Um, we say a prayer first, and we eat a date first. That being because that's how our prophet broke his fast, was eating a date, because he was in the desert and the only thing that was there was a date tree. Um, so that's the first thing we eat. And then, of course, we drink our water, and then we eat our soup. And by the time you get halfway through your salad, you are full. You feel like you've ate all day, and you're in a food coma for the rest of the night. So that's how Muslims break their fast. So at the end of Ramadan, we call a holiday the Eid. And the Eid is a holiday celebrating the end of the holy month of Ramadan, and it's actually 2 to 3 days long. It's when families get together, and it's basically our Christmas. So gifts are exchanged, there's big dinners, pictures, family fun, festivals, all that stuff. But most importantly, a lot of Muslim families go to the mosque to give to charity and to listen to lectures and participate in prayers. So, um, if you do want to learn more information, not just about Ramadan or the Eid, just about Islam, um, I have a really good website that I like to go to if I have any questions regarding my religion. So it's called islamcan.com, and that's where I actually got some of my resources from for this topic, because especially when all of us talk about religion and faith, we want to make sure that we're informing everyone the correct way out there. So I hope I answered some questions, and honestly, if any of you have any questions, feel free to ask me. And I look forward to seeing your videos too. Bye!